Hey guys, welcome to Listen 9G and it's Pranjal here. So you know what? I think this is it. This is actually it. So what I have for you today is a concept. Yes, you heard it right. I don't really have any text for you. What I do have is a concept. Now this concept you can actually play it in any faction. You can even play it in any deck as long as you satisfy one condition, and I'm gonna tell you about what this condition is later in this video. Now, as for this concept itself, it's not really something new that I have made. I think it's been there since the start of Gwent. It's just that people have either forgotten about it and, maybe new players are not even aware about it. So I'm just here to remind it to you. Now, before I actually tell you about that concept and you guys skip to the gameplay part or close the video, what I want you to do is subscribe to the channel. Yes, like the video, subscribe to the channel, but most importantly what I want you guys to do is go in the comment section and write down the decks that you think you can make using the concept that I'm gonna tell you in this video. So yep, that is the most important thing that I want from you guys. Alright, with all that out of the way, I think I have just one more thing that I have to ask you. So I have a question for you, and after that we are just straight going into the part where I'm gonna tell you what I'm actually talking about. So the question is, how can I play Wild Boar of the Sea twice? Alright, so let me repeat the question. How can I play Wild Boar of the Sea twice? And keep in mind that we are not really gonna use Lippy, no Syanna, and no Renew. I mean, we cannot really use Renew for Wild Boar of the Sea anyways, since it's 11 provisions, but just to clear. So no Lippy, no Syanna, no Renew. How can I use Wild Boar of the Sea twice? I will give you 10 seconds. Alright, you know what, let me make the question a bit easier for you. How can I play any unit in the game twice? I'm not even sticking to Skellige faction anymore. It can be neutral, it can be from any other 5 factions. How can I play one unit twice? Alright, so if you have got the answer here, and if it's the correct one, make sure to write that in the description below too, as I'm very curious to know that how many people are even aware about a card that exists in the game that can help us in playing one unit twice. And if you were unable to guess the answer, it's fine, I'm gonna tell you that anyways without wasting any more of your time. So we are gonna play any unit twice is by using the most OG card in Gwent, and that is, get ready for a shocker, it's Decoy. Yep, you heard it right, and you have seen it right, it's Decoy. Now you're gonna think, hold on, what does the description on the card doesn't really say anything about playing one unit twice. And you are correct. What Decoy does is it takes any of the unit that you want from the battlefield into your deck, and then it plays the topmost unit in your deck onto the board. And that's where the condition that I was talking about comes in. So you can't actually use Decoy to play one card of your choice twice is by, can you think what it is? What that condition is? Well, we can actually do this by thinning. Yep, you heard it right too. So Decoy and thinning is what is gonna help us in playing one unit twice. You know what, if you have actually got both of those answer right, or either of those, write in the comment section below, as I'm just curious. So yep, now you're gonna think that how are we gonna do that? Well, the thing is that we are gonna, by the end of round 3, we are gonna be having no units in our deck. So what Decoy is gonna do is that, let's take example of Wild Boar of the Sea itself. I'm gonna play Wild Boar as my second last card, and Decoy is my last card, and there are no units in the deck. So what Decoy is gonna do is, I'm gonna use my Decoy onto the Wild Boar of the Sea, Wild Boar of the Sea goes back into the deck, and since there are no units, it is the only unit in the deck, and we are gonna, Decoy is gonna use that, and we can actually use Wild Boar of the Sea again. So that's how actually you play Wild Boar of the Sea twice, and not even Wild Boar of the Sea, that's how you play any unit twice, Thinning and Decoy. So that was the whole concept, and keeping that concept as the main part, I have actually designed this deck. Now before I go into the deck and provide its overview, there is one more thing that you have to actually keep it in mind, is that there is something called rule of 16 in the Gwent community. I kind of call it rule of common sense. So the thing is that you only draw 16 cards in the entire game, right? 10 in round 1 that you get, you drew 3 more in round 2, and then you get 3 more in round 3. So 10 plus 3 plus 3 is 16, and ideally you're gonna have 25 cards in your deck, as long as you're not really playing that Enslaved 7 deck. So yep, you're gonna have 25 cards in your deck. 25 minus 16 is 9 cards. So the thing is that if you have 0 thinning in your deck, you are actually losing 9 cards, and that 9 cards is actually part of your total provision cost. So no thinning means it's not really that great, as the main aim of a deck is that you have to play as many value of your provision as possible with via playing these 16 cards. So that's why people say that thinning is very important, and it's one of the main part that you have to keep in mind while designing the decks. So yep, keeping thinning as our main objective, and we are actually playing for a thinning combo anyways. So with that in mind, I have actually made this deck, and now let me tell you this upfront that it's not really that great. It can win matches, but it's not like it's tier 1, tier 0. It's not even in tier 3 or tier 5. So just to give you an idea, I have actually played 8 matches with this yesterday. Surprisingly, I won my first match, and I was like super happy. I thought that this is gonna be the next big thing, but after after that, I actually lost 6 continuous matches in the 6 continuous matches, though I managed to win the last one. So out of 8, I have actually won 2, and today I have played 5 matches, and out of those I have actually managed to win 4. So you winning with this deck, it actually depends on what opponent you are facing. It's an instant loss if you're facing clog decks and lockdown nilf card and all that, but at the end of the day, we are playing this deck for fun. And I haven't met someone who plays Gwent competitively, as it's a fun game, and I kind of play it for fun, and with some meme decks and all that. So yep, if that is your motto, do try out this concept and make your own decks. It's actually more fun when you make it your own deck and you pull off this combo. It's like super satisfying and super fun. So yep, with all that out of the way, let's head into the deck overview. So we have got Battle Trance. I don't know why. We do have Ceres here, and usually in Ursine Ritual, you can even go for Ursine Ritual. I just went for Battle Trance. Anyways, first card we have got Nidomancy. It's a default in almost all non-devotion decks, but here its main purpose is thinning. So in ideal case, you are gonna play this card twice, and that means, since it's an echo card, and that means is that out of those 9 cards which are there in your deck, in case of 0 thinning, you are actually already playing 2 of them via Nidomancy. So that's great. We have already thinned our deck by 2. On top of this, we have got Portal. Again, great tempo in round 1, and great thinning. And for Portal, we have got 2 Bear Witcher Adept, and Bear Witcher Adept along with Priest, they provide a huge amount of tempo, and they can be actually pretty insane one. So Portal again thins out our deck by 2. So 2 from Nidomancy, 2 from Portal, we have already thinned out our deck by 4 out of those 9 cards. And we have got Ceres, big tempo, huge amount of points and huge thinning. Again, this thins out our deck by 2 more. So out of 9, we have already thinned our deck by 6. That's kind of insane. And we also have Crow Messengers. So I think, yep, that's why we actually went for Battle Trance. for Ceres, we can actually use our leader for Ceres, and we also have our Crow Messenger. So again, Crow Messengers thins out our deck by 1. So out of 9 total, we have already thinned out deck by 7, and that's like super insane. So yep, that is like your total thinning. So out of 9, you will be thinning out your deck by 7 all the times. Now you must be thinking, hold on, what about the 2 cards that are actually in the deck? Well, the thing is that the cards that are actually gonna be in the deck are, will actually be special cards, and Decoy doesn't really care about special cards. All it cares about is unit. So we are not really gonna have any units in our deck, and you have to make sure. And how we are gonna make sure, that we only have special cards in our deck? Well, in round 3, and if you have won round 1, then in round 2 also, make sure to only mulligan your special cards, as we want as many units in our hand as possible. And just to give you an idea, out of the 13 matches that I have played till now, I was able to pull off the double Wild Boar of the Sea combo 12 times. So yep, it actually, the probability of you having just no units in your deck is like more than 0.9, so that's kind of great. So yep, the thinning is kind of great in this deck, and trust me, you're gonna be able to easily pull off this double Wild Boar of the combo, though I'm not really gonna tell you that you're gonna win the match, but so other than that, since we are playing Wild Boar of the Sea twice, we may as well play Dagger. It synergizes with that very much, and if the opponent is unable to answer Dagger, it's it's a straight one. It's a straight win anyways. And we have also got okay, I kind of removed our Dagger from here, so let me add that back. So yep, other than that, we have got Crow Mother. Since we are actually running so many alchemy cards, it will help us in providing 4 points of carryover, which we don't really need, but it's good anyways. We have got Covenant of Steel to protect our Dagger 2 blades. We have got Snowdrop. So thing is that you might actually end up breaking your hand with all these thinning cards, and that's the reason of using Snowdrop. Now if you can try to use Snowdrop in round 3 or at the end of round 2, because there might be a case where you were unable to remove all the units from your deck by the start of round 3, and that's where Snowdrop can be interesting. You can use Snowdrop, and you might actually get the unit from your deck into your hand, and then you can push all the special cards from your hand into the deck. So Snowdrop helps us in that way. We have got Decoy, that's like the main card. We have got Decoction. We have got one Freya's Blessing. Maybe for Bear Quartermaster or for Priest, you can use it for whatever you want. We have got Shield Maidens to go along with our Ceres thinning, provides thinning, and we have got 2 Quartermasters. Now keep in mind that we have only these Quartermasters that can actually initiate our Ceres play, so try to use them effectively. Though you can actually also use your Priest to initiate your Ceres, but it can be kind of tricky, so better to stick with Quartermasters, and if not, then you can even commit your leader. That's the only point of having our leader, as it can be used to initiate our Ceres play. So yep, other than that, we have got 1 Cutting Slash, 1 Golden Froth, and Crow's Eyes Rhizome, just to fill the 4 provision layer, and since they are special cards, we don't really care about them anyways. So yep, that was all, guys. So if you haven't really played Decoy ever, I would suggest you to try it out, as it can it is actually a good one, and you can actually make your own deck using this concept, and you're gonna enjoy it more than playing this deck. So yep, I think that was all. Yeah, just make sure that you go into the comment section and write the decks that you think that you can make using this concept. Though do keep in mind that we are only gonna use the we are only gonna play the units twice which have huge deploy effects, as take example for dagger. If I use my decoy on dagger and again play dagger, I mean, it's not really gonna do anything. We are just taking 4 and we are putting 4 back, so it's not really fruitful. But Wild Boar of the Sea, with that insane amount of deploy effect, it, you know, the effect is kind of huge if you play it double. So yep, while you are writing in the comment section, make sure that the card which you are actually playing twice does have a big deploy effect, as that's the only use of playing that card twice. So yep, I think that was all. I have already played the matches, and you know, there are some pretty fun ones, so I think you're gonna enjoy them. So yep, that was all from my end. And you know, if you have liked the concept or you were already aware about it and I have bored you, then you can dislike, and or if you have actually liked it, you can like the video, subscribe to the channel, as it will help me. So yep, that was all. Hope you enjoy the gameplays coming up. Yep, bye, see you guys. So guys, let's see if our deck even works in some real matches, as till now I have just played with some training matches, and training matches in Gwent is like, they're complete garbage, to be honest. So yep, let's see if we can pull off our double Wild Boar of the Sea combo in real match. So we are facing Ursine Ritual. Now it can either be Ursine Ritual with warriors, which is actually pretty popular at the moment, or it can be the vanilla Lippy Ursine Ritual. So as for the hand, I mean, we certainly don't want Bear Witcher Adept, not Shield Maidens. Alright, you know, it's actually a good hand. It might not look like that, but we do have access to Necromancy, so we can, you know, play our 15-point Ceres play, and we can also commit our leader if we have to. So yep, for now let's just Gutting Slash that Brokwar Hunter. We can even kill it next turn if we want to with our decoction, though that will be, you know, kind of a waste of our decoction. So okay, so I think for now let's just start with Crow Messenger, thin out our deck, as that is like super important. Alright, now let's see what our opponent plays here. Depending upon that, we're gonna be making our next move. Alright, discard. Let's hope he doesn't have lots of discard cards. Alright, you know what, I mean, I don't really want to waste decoction on that Brokwar Hunter, so let's just play Crow Mother. And it just pings, you know, once in 2 turns, so it's not really that bad, as long as there's only 1 on the board. So we are not that far behind. We can, you know, catch up with our 15-point Ceres play. Okay, Birna Bran.
We shall do it my way.
Okay, that's good. So Gutting Slash and Brokwar Hunter. Alright. I don't really want to, you know, play our Necromancy and all that just yet. So I think we can actually go for our Bear Witcher Adept. And we can even use our Freya's Blessing to call it back, as it is a Skellige card, right? Yep. So yep, let's just play this. Even if he has any more Gutting Slash, it will just do 4 damage, as till now there is no Bloodthirst of 2 here. So let's see what he plays. Alright, Decoction. I mean, that's an alright trade. So you know what, let's use our Freya's Blessing, as we do have 1 damage unit on our board, so that is gonna get healed due to our leader. And let's play this Quartermaster back. So let's see what, okay, our opponent has paused, which is kind of, you know, unlikely. So we can go for Ceres play, which is, you know, it's 15 points, so we'll be at 35. And we also have 2 charges on our Quartermaster. Yep, so I think we don't even have to go 2 cards down here. So let's play Ceres and use our Quartermaster instead of our leader. Let's just use this 1 more ping, which is not actually required, but you know, whatever. So yep, round 1 is in the bag, and it was, you know, pretty easy to be honest. Now we are kind of missing our portal, and that is like super important. All right, wild boar of the sea is good. Okay, so we still don't have access to portal in our hand, which is, you know, very crucial to thin out our deck. Now a very important thing that you have to keep in mind is that we can mulligan all these special cards. Yep, portal, we have got access to that. So yep, what I was saying is that we should mulligan only special cards here, as we don't really have any problem with the special cards being in our deck. What we have to do is we have to get rid out of all the units from our deck. So alright, so I think yep, he has banished our Crow Mother, but it's alright, we don't really need her. So yep, let's hope that we drew into some other units. Yep, Priest is good, Snowdrop is amazing. Alright, now let's get rid of these Bear Witcher Adept. Okay, so we are missing just Defender here, but we can actually use our Neuromancy for that. So we have finally succeeded in our first step, that is that by the round end there won't be any units in our deck, so that's good. Now I think we are gonna start with our portal, which is pretty obvious, and we are gonna play it on melee, as you know, portal occupies 3 spaces, and we are gonna play 2 priest, 5, 1 for dagger, 6. All right, 1 for defender, 7. So yep, I think we can play everything on melee here. Let's start with portal, and let's see what our opponent does here. Now I kind of want to hold on to our priest a little bit, as they are pretty, I mean, you know, they are alright engines, and they're very good when they are bleeding this Bear Witcher Adept. Alright, blue by Lupus. Okay, I think it's fine, it's not really that big of a deal here. So what we can go for is maybe Quartermaster. Yep, let's see what he does with this. Maybe he can actually kill us with a stunning blow if he has access to that. Okay, delirium, that's perfectly fine. So what we can play here is, I think we should go for defender now, and let's play it on melee. So part 1 of our plan is successful. We have no units in our deck, which is pretty amazing. I mean, it's not really amazing, as I have designed the deck so that there should not be any units. So let's now play our priest here. So he has already used his heat wave, that's good. Now I don't really think he has Curse of Corruption, as he would have actually used that instead of heat wave. Alright, Lippy. So I think we are gonna play our this priest here. So we have got 2 very amazing engines here, and yep, let's see what our opponent does here, and depending upon that we are gonna make our move. So he has already used his decoction and all that, so you know, I don't really think he has any more access to removal, which is pretty good for our priest. Not that we need them, but they are pretty decent engine. So we can use our Snowdrop to, you know, get our decoction if that's what we need. Alright, location into Bear Witcher. Yup. Okay, so I think, I mean, our opponent cannot kill that priest, right? The next turn it will gonna be at 4, so I don't think we have to use our alchemy card. Let's just play Snowdrop here and use that order. Okay. All right. So I think let's remove Croweye Rhizome and Golden Froth as decoction goes, I mean, super insanely with our dagger. Okay, he has Snowdrop too.
Come on, give it a lash. Sing along.
No, I'm not really, that much confident about playing dagger just yet. Like, in case he has some access to removal via Snowdrop, so let's just play decoction without dagger on board. I know we are losing like 6 points, but it's not really that big of an issue as we do have double Wild Boar of the Sea to go with dagger. Okay, Bear Witcher, that's perfectly fine, and he played it on melee too. So, yep. Now I think we are gonna go for that dagger, and I'm pretty sure that he doesn't have access to any removal here. So let's play our dagger 2 blades, and I'm not even gonna use our leader charge here as I don't really want to waste that 9 points that we get from a leader. So I think one of his card is Necromancy, but if he uses his heat wave for our dagger, then he cannot really access his Cirrus. And even if he accesses his Cirrus, I don't think he can actually win. We have pretty insane Wild Boar of the Sea here. I think we are gonna pull this off, right? Yep, I don't really think he can deal with our dagger 2 blades. Yep. Oh god. Are we gonna do this? Let's play our Wild Boar here. And this is just one of our 2 Wild Boar of the Seas. Oh god. I mean, nobody can even, our opponent cannot even think what we are gonna do next, right? I think he's gonna go for Necromancy into Heat Wave to get rid of our dagger 2 blades. He or she must be thinking that we have Hemdall as our last play, but they have no clue. Alright, that's fine. We don't even need dagger, to be honest. So we actually pulled this off in our first match. Double Wild Boar of the Sea. Woo! And let's use our leader charge here too. That was pretty insane, guys. Double Wild Boar of the Sea. Decoy is great again. Oh god. Alright, so we are facing Arachas Swarm. Now, you know what, guys? I think we should be pretty good against this opponent as we do have Wild Boar of the Sea, and we are gonna play it twice. Now, the thing is, we have to actually win round 1 here, or if we cannot, we have to go as deep as we can in round 1. Alright, we don't really want that. Alright. So the thing is that we have to go as deep as we can in round 1 so he doesn't really bleed us in round 2, as I don't really think we can win here as we have Mesda's Cirrus, Portal, Necromancy. So yep, not really that great. So let's just start with Gross. And let's see what our opponent does here. Alright, so ideally we should be playing our priest here as we do want some tempo in this round. But he might actually have some removal, and we don't really want to lose our priest. So I think we are gonna start with Quartermaster. Alright, so he doesn't really have any removal from the looks of it, so we are gonna play our priest now, so we can get at least 1 engine on the board. Alright, so far so good. Now he's gonna generate a lot of points pretty soon. I think we should be playing our other Quartermaster too, so we can catch up a little. Alright, another Endrega warrior. That's fine. So I think now we can actually play our Crow Mother on melee. Yup. And you know what? Let's even use all these Bear Witcher Quartermaster's charges on our Crow Mother. As you know, we do have more alchemy cards, so we can get our Crow Mother back from our graveyard onto the board anyways. Yep. So we are even, and we do have 4 points of carryover, so you know, I mean, we are ahead actually. But yeah, he can actually, you know, play his Bone Talisman and all that, so he can, yep, Chimera too. So he's gonna generate a lot of tempo. So I think let's just play our Crow's Eyes Rhizome here, as we, you know, we are not really gonna play Dagger and Wildboar of the Sea anyways. So this is gonna play for 6, and we got 4 coins of 4 points from Crow Mother, and we got 1 heal too. So we, you know, we made a 11 point play, which is actually kind of huge. Alright, he's non-devotion. Alright, so he's Freddy Babe's version of Swarm, right? That's pretty annoying. Alright, so that kind of hurts us, as you know, we you know, we won't be able to use our Ceres for thinning, but it's fine. I think let's just play Gutting Slash for now, as we can still catch up by a decoction, I think. Yep. I think that kind of takes us out of the round. Decoction gives us 6 plus 1 healing, 7. Priest gives us 2, 9, and our leader actually is just 6, as you know, it damages by 3 also, as we don't really have any armor on the board. So yep, I think we are gonna have to take a pass here. But still, the thing is that we actually went pretty deep here, so I didn't really think that he's gonna bleed us in round 2, and that's what we want. Now let's hope that we at least drew into our portal, as we haven't really thinned our deck that much, to be honest. Alright, let's move. Okay, we have got portal, that's good. Okay. Alright, it's a pass. So what can actually we commit here? I mean, we don't really have any Neuromancy, so you know, I actually wanted to thin out our Shield Maidens. I think, yep, we should be playing Priest here. Kind of a waste of the Priest, but you know, that's the only card that we can actually commit here, as we are gonna mulligan all our special cards that we have in our hand for drawing as many units as possible. Alright, Neuromancy is good, Decoy is good, 1 Shield Maiden is good. So we can thin these 2 by portal, we can thin her, we can thin 1 via Neuromancy. So you know, I think we're gonna have to remove our decoction here. Alright, not that. Okay, oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so looks like we won't be able to thin out all the units from our deck, and that kind of hurts. Anyways, let's just play Shield Maiden for now. Now the thing is that we are gonna have to get a bit lucky. We're gonna have 50% of probability at the end, you know, when we are gonna use our decoy. So I think let's play portal now. Maybe we can use our Neuromancy for Snowdrop and hope that we can actually get both new cards as units. Alright, Spontaneous Evolution. I mean, you know, that's fine. Let's just go for Priest, since we have already, you know, bricked both of our Shield Maidens, so we don't really need Quartermaster anymore. Alright, now the thing is that we can actually go for Wild Boar of the Sea right now. But I'm gonna be a bit greedy here and I'm not really gonna play Wild Boar of the Sea just yet. It's gonna be our second last card. Alright. Yep, we are gonna have to go for Snowdrop. I think he's gonna play Chimera. Yep. Alright. I mean, it's fine. We do have a lot of reach with our Wild Boar of the Sea and Dagger. So let's use Neuromancy. The thing is, even if we take Snowdrop, we don't really have it, you know, two special cards. We only have one and we cannot really put Decoy back in the deck. So I think we're gonna have to go for Defender instead of Snowdrop, as Snowdrop really doesn't help us in any ways. So, you know, we may as well play Covenant of Steel onto melee, and let's hope that you know, we win that 50% chance that we have got. Alright, Yennefer, I mean, she's not really gonna be that big. Yep, it's not that big of a loss. So I think let's play our dagger here and let's see if he has any answer to this. If not, then I think we should be winning this. Alright. I mean, that's fine. So yep, let's go for Wild Boar of the Sea. I mean, this alone is gonna give us a lot of points. Holy shit. Alright guys, and you know, we again have 50% of chance that we can again play our Wild Boar of the Sea next. So yep, I think we should be winning this pretty comfortably here. Plus we also have damage units on the board, so you know, this is gonna be huge. Alright, so we have won that 50% probability and and we have got 100 points. I mean, decoy into double, you know, Wild Boar of the Sea. Yep, and that's how easy it is. I mean, we did got a bit lucky there, but you know, we kind of break that deck too. So alright, so we are playing another battle trance deck. Now let's hope he's not running Honor Guard and all that stuff, right? Because that means if he has Honor Guard and Sucrose, then it's game over anyways. So anyways, we do have Portal in hand, that's good. We have one Crow Messenger. We don't really need Golden Froth. Okay, Neuromancy is good. I think we are just gonna keep this, as I don't really want to break this hand. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so he's committing his Portal this round, so I think we are not really gonna go that deep in this round, as you know, he's gonna have lots of answer here. You know what, let's just play our Crow's Messenger, and after that we can play our Crow Mother and maybe one Cutting Slash, and then we're gonna take a pass, as you know, he is I think he's full on Battle Trance greedy version, so we cannot really compete against that. So let's just play our Cutting Slash here. And after that we can actually play our Crow Mother, and okay.
No, damn it!
Yep, and we are just gonna take a pass. Alright, so you know, that's good that he has already played his Portal and Priest and all that stuff, as he will not be actually be able to bleed us that much in round 2, as they don't really have that much control if it's the standard greedy version of Battle Trance deck. So yep, I do want Ceres in hand actually. Okay, one priest is good. Let's mulligan Bewitcher adapt. Okay, good thing that we haven't got at least shield maidens in hand, so we can use our necromancy for our Ceres play. All right. Okay, so he's going for push, and that's all right. We do have portal here, so let's just play that. Okay, great. Now the thing is that they do have decoction, and it will gonna suck if he kills our priest this turn. But we do need to generate points as soon as possible, so we're gonna play that anyways, and let's hope he doesn't have decoction or something. Alright, so we don't really have Freya's blessing, and I'm not really gonna use our necromancy for that. So anyways, let's just play Quartermaster. I don't think he has any more removal, and then we can use our Quartermaster to initiate our Ceres instead of using our leader. Crow Clan Preacher, that's fine. So should we go for Ceres now, or should we... I think let's go for that, and use the charge of our Quartermaster, and we may well use the other one too. Alright, so we are we are very ahead here. That's good. I mean, I think we should go for Snowdrop here, as we do have a lot of alchemy special cards in our hand, which we don't really want. Okay, alright, I mean, this is great. Let's put Golden Froth and Crow's Eye Rhizome back in the deck, as we do have got access to both the priest now, which is great news. We can use our Freya's blessing or the other priest to get one engine on the board. Alright, location. Wasn't really expecting him to play this. Alright, so let's just use the priest that we have got in our hand. So now we are even getting 2 points a turn, and we are already 10 points ahead, so it's looking kind of good. Alright, so there's the pass, and that's great. We have even managed to get one extra card here. Now the thing is thinning all the units from our deck. We do have Necromancy, that's good. Okay, that's great. I mean, that's great, right? So do we have any more units left in the deck? No, only Decoy that we can use, that we can take via our Necromancy. So we are just gonna keep this hand as we have all the units that we want. So let's just start with Defender, and let's see if he has any answer to this. I don't really think so. Alright, Gedyneith. I mean, that is gonna generate a lot of points, but for now let's just go for priest ourselves, as we are gonna need some points to go against Gedyneith. And next turn we are gonna kill that Crow Clan Preacher, as yep, 2 on board is like ridiculous amount of points. So let's use our decoction to get rid of one of them. Alright, I mean, that's fine. So Necromancy is gonna be our last play for Decoy. I think for now we can play our Quartermaster on melee. Yep, I think we can actually play all our cards on melee. Now, I mean, yep, he doesn't really have Honor Guard and all that, so that's good. Let's play our Dagger. Yep, let's play it here. Crow Mother, that's fine. So I think now we can actually play our Wildboar of the Sea, right? Yep. Yep, let's play this, and we are gonna have some huge amount of points, as he does have lots of. Ooh. Alright guys, so we are already ahead here, and we do have one engine and we have 2 points from our Quartermaster 2, and now the opponent does have lots of damage units on board, and I mean our next wild boar is gonna be insane. Yep, that's a lot of points, but man, get that Gedyneith shit out of my face. So let's use our Neuromancy for decoy onto Wild Boar of the Sea, and let's play it again. Holy shit, so we have got lots of points here, and let's even use our leader, not that we need it. I think we should have used it on Quartermaster, but it doesn't really matter, we have actually won by 69 to 45. So yep, when this deck works, it works like a charm, man.